I have come to Texas Roadhouse for the very first time. I'm in Orlando, Florida right now, and I thought I would come and check it out because I've heard quite a few things about this place. I've heard that the bread rolls are amazing, and I've heard that they do a great steak. So that's really what I want to come and test out. And this place is a place that gets a lot of hype as well. Like, I hear a lot of people saying that it's a very good chain, and I actually had some comments in some previous videos saying that I needed to come here and try the steak. I think it was when I was over in Longhorn Steakhouse and liked the steak there. Had a few people telling me that the steak here was even better. So let's head in and we will check it out, see if it's any good, see if it's worth the hype. I just for one, please.
Haven't been here before?
No, first time.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I heard lots of good things, so.
Yeah.
Okay, right off the bat, the service has been so good. From the greeter out the front to the person that came and sat me to my server who sat down in the booth and gave me a walk through the menu. So I've actually had loads of recommendations since I walked in the door, which is great. First of all, because I said it was my first time, and then secondly, my server just recognized that I didn't have an American accent, so he gave me some tips as well. So let's go through the menu and I can decide what I'm going to order. Now, if I wasn't by myself, I would definitely go for the cactus blossom. That looks great. It looks like a sort of blooming onion, like what you'd get in Outback, which I absolutely love. But just for one person, I think it's going to be pretty overkill. In fact, I don't even think I'll... Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Just let me know whenever you're ready if you have questions.
Cheers. Thank you. My server just brought me a drink. I just went for a Coke Zero. But yeah, I just don't think I'll get a starter because the mains look quite big. They've got some salads here, but we're not really here for the salads. On to the goodness. Right, so the steaks. Now, the greeter out front recommended the sirloin. I was actually tempted by the New York strip because I really enjoyed that over at Longhorn Steakhouse, and I thought that would be a good like direct comparison as well. I like as well that it's not so big, like, so I'll be able to manage like trying the bread, the steak, the sides, everything like that. They have combos as well, like, so I could get steak and ribs or steak and shrimp. They've got some chicken options there as well. The prices look pretty decent, to be fair. And then they've got the sides and stuff down the bottom. I got a recommendation for the buttered corn. Definitely going to get that because I love corn. And then I have to think about the second side. I guess some sort of like steak fries, something like that. Okay, so back over to the steaks. Let's look at the prices. So an 8 ounce is $20.99, 12 ounce is $26.99, and 16 ounce is $30.99. That's for the New York strip. The sirloin, you can get a 6 ounce for $15.99, 8 ounce for $18.99. They're quite good prices, I think. 11 ounce for $23.49, especially because these come with two sides as well. Yeah, I think they're pretty decent. A ribeye there, $26.99. That's a 12 ounce. A porterhouse T-bone, $37.99. Dallas Phillip, never heard of that. I might actually ask what that is. Roadkill, chopsteak smothered in sauteed onions, sauteed mushrooms, and jack cheese. Oh, that sounds good too, doesn't it? Oh, there's so many options. I might just ask my server a couple of questions about the steak and then get my order in. But look, they've got some pictures over here as well. Oh, I am actually quite excited. And look, I have my bread, so I need to give my bread a try. I'm also interested in trying my Coke because I do find, depending on the water here, it can taste kind of funky, but this tastes really good. So I had a really good chat about the steak options, and actually my server was great at talking me through the different options versus like what I might like to have, because Hi! Awesome! Thanks very much. Cheers! Ooh, look, I just got a free cactus blossom or fried pickles with purchase of any entree to have next time I come. That's amazing. Guys, everybody that's come over to me is so nice. I was just explaining that my server was really nice and talked me through the steak. Yeah, so he was asking me a few questions. I was saying I was leaning towards the New York strip, but I was kind of put off by the fact that the 8 ounce said it was a thicker cut, because I'm not a big fan of a thicker cut of steak. I prefer kind of like a sirloin thickness, if that makes sense. But I also like a New York strip because I don't like having so much fat that I have to eat around. I like just to be able to eat the whole steak. So he was saying to get the New York strip, he said that's the one he recommends for in general, but also for what I had been saying. And he said to go for the 12 ounce because it is a flatter, longer steak. Obviously, it's going to be a lot bigger than the 8 ounce, but the 8 ounce is just not going to be the cut that I want. It's going to be thick. So that's what I've done. I've ordered the 12 ounce steak, which is probably a bit bigger than I was planning to get, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And I got some steak fries on the side and the buttered corn, so I'm very excited to try all of that. But let's try this bread. Now, I don't have a knife, so I don't know if I'm supposed to just like dip the bread in this stuff, which is like a little kind of whipped butter. Oh my god, it smells like it's maple or honey or something in there. Ooh, okay, I'm just gonna like tear it apart and rip into it. I'm trying something a little bit different with the microphone so I don't have to hold it. I've just found like with this microphone, if I'm not talking into it and the restaurant has music like this does, the sound is just awful. But I don't want to be holding it the whole time. So we're going to test this out. Hopefully this turns out okay. Let's dip a bit of this in. The bread itself is also kind of like, I don't know, it feels like it has a butter glaze on it or something. Oh wow, the butter's insane. That is so good. These kind of taste like, kind of like Hawaiian rolls, like a little bit of a sweeter bread maybe. They're so good. They're really soft and like pillowy. Oh, this is too good. Oh, it's dangerous now because I don't want to fill up on bread. Well, the bread certainly isn't overhyped because it is phenomenal. It's so good. There's a girl that I watch. She has a podcast. Do We Know Them? It's the name of the podcast, in case you're interested. They kind of talk about like random stuff that's going on TikTok, sort of like kind of like reactionary stuff, but they have a twice weekly podcast. I really like the podcast actually. Anyway, I was watching a vlog of hers from like a long time ago, and I remember that she drove all the way out to a Texas Roadhouse just to have the bread because she said it was that good. So that's been sort of my bar that was set for how good this bread was going to be, and I think it reaches it. I can see why you would drive a long way for this bread. I'm liking the vibes in here. The vibes are good. It's kind of like sports bar vibe, but like in a cabin in the woods, in the country. Well, I guess in Texas is what it's potentially supposed to be. That would make sense. I've never been to Texas, so I don't know. It's definitely given like country cowboy sports bar. I really want to eat another bread roll, but I'm afraid I'm going to spoil my dinner. I have 3 of them here. I wonder maybe I could take them away because they're so good. I might just have a little bit of a bread roll and finish off this butter, and then maybe they'll let me take away the other bread roll and this butter. It's so good. The food has arrived and it looks so good. It's also massive. I'm glad it came now because I was going to eat more bread for sure. I did have a little bit. I did maybe clean out the end of that butter dish. Okay, let's take a closer look at this food. Let's go straight in with the steak and look at that. It looks like it's going to taste amazing. The chips look like they are seasoned so well, or steakhouse fries to call them their correct name. And then look at the buttered corn. Oh my gosh, everything looks insane. All right, let's cut into this steak. Oh my gosh, it is a bit thicker than I expected. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty thick. Oh wow. It looks like it's cooked to perfection. I did ask for medium, I'm not sure if I said that. And this looks like it's pretty medium. Oh my gosh, it is dripping. It looks so good. Okay, let's give it a taste. The flavor of that is so good. Let me get into some more of it. I had got a little bit of grizzle in that first piece, just like a little bit of fat on the edges, but not much at all, to be honest. Let's try this. Okay, that is really good. There's loads of flavor in this. Like, you can just taste the seasoning, the char. You can really as well also get the juiciness like from the fat that was on the outside. That's a really good steak. That is a really good steak. Okay, I'm gonna go in for some of the fries. I'm literally just gonna dip them in some steak juice. The fries are really tasty. They could be hotter though. Like, they're just on eating temperature, if that makes sense. If I go back to my steak and then come back to these fries, they're gonna be cold. Really tasty though. The seasoning on them is really nice. And it's got a nice little crisp on the outside, but it's lovely soft, like fluffy potato on the inside. Okay, I bloody love corn, so I'm excited for this. That's great. Oh, that corn's great. Love that. I'm gonna continue to eat my steak. So I love the like char, the seasoning on a steak like this, which is why I don't like it to be too thick. I want to get like that flavor of char and seasoning that's on the outside of the steak with every bite. And sometimes I find like with the thicker pieces, you just don't get enough. Like I nearly feel like this needs more. But actually, at the same time, I also think it's perfectly charred and perfectly seasoned on the outside. And that is just because it is a thicker cut. I'm sure the New York strip that I had at the Longhorn Steakhouse was thinner than this. This one, however, is cooked better. I remember that the one at Longhorn Steakhouse did not look proper medium. It was definitely more of like a medium well. This is cooked to perfection, perfect medium. I have finished eating. I did just leave a little bit behind. I didn't finish all of the steak fries. My server's already whipped it away from me, which is great. And he's bringing me a box so that I can take the bread back. I might have that later. Oh, thank you, said box and bag just there. And then there's like a little terminal here that I can do the payment on, which I always appreciate. I prefer that to the faff of like, you get the check, you leave your card, you wait for them to take it, they take it away, they bring it back, you do the thing, put the tip on. Like, it's a very inefficient way of doing things. I much prefer a little terminal on my table so I can beep, pop, boop, and get out of here. Let me give you some final thoughts first. So, the steak, really liked the steak. It was cooked very well. Well, it was cooked very medium, but it was cooked very well. I liked the seasoning on the steak. I ate the majority of the steak, only left like a tiny bit behind, which for such a big steak, like I wasn't actually expecting. I came hungry, but I didn't think I was that hungry, but it just tasted really good. I would say the steak fries, lovely seasoning on there, and like I said, they just weren't hot enough, so that was kind of why I've just realized there's like a empty Coke on the table in the way there. They just weren't as hot as I would have liked, so I didn't finish those, but I did really enjoy them as I was eating them when they were nice and warm. And the corn was gorgeous as well. I didn't finish the corn because I just got full, but I really enjoyed it. So overall, very, very positive. And then on top of that, really good service and amazing bread. 100% come back here, so I feel like that says a lot. I am back in the car and feeling very satisfied after that. You know when food just also sits well? As much as it's great when it tastes good going down, but it's nice when it also sits well. And I feel like that food is sitting nicely in my stomach as well. Like I say, I've got the bread now to take back with me. I might have that a little bit later on, or maybe even for breakfast. Hopefully it stays fresh until then. Anyway, thank you guys for coming along for dinner with me today. Let me know your thoughts on Texas Roadhouse if you've been there yourself. Is there another steakhouse chain that you think I should try here in the US, or any chain really for that matter? I'm always open to trying new places, and it's fun just to come in as someone like who hasn't experienced something before, especially when it's, you know, like a big chain that's like so well known, but you get to have that sort of like first time experience there. And for me today, like I say, was very positive. I really enjoyed it. That'll do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.